Welcome, Elk Grove Unified School District New Employee Safety Training, Part 2. Find us on the web at www.egusd.net/risk management. Phone 916-686-7775. Fax 916-685-2606. Reporting a work-related injury or illness, 916-801-9908. Topics: back injury prevention, ergonomic program, indoor air quality. Objectives: discuss the importance of back safety, explain our ergonomics program, explain the steps involved in reporting indoor air quality issues. Back safety. Your back. A healthy, flexible back is made up of bones, discs, nerves, muscles, and ligaments. If all are working properly, they allow the body to move smoothly. If any one part is overloaded, other parts may suffer. General information. 80% of American adults are estimated to have a back injury in their lifetime. For 5% of people, the condition will become chronic and disabling. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 20% of all reported occupational injuries and illnesses are due to back injuries. Up to 1/3 of back injuries could be prevented through better designed job workspaces. Utilizing EGUSD's ergonomic resources can help you ensure you are optimizing your workspace's design. Causes of back injuries. Everyone is exposed to back injuries through daily activities such as pushing, pulling, or lifting things carelessly, lifting heavy objects, twisting suddenly, overhead work, mowing, improper reaching, not observing proper lifting techniques. Symptoms of injury: persistent aching or stiffness anywhere along your spine from the base of your neck to the hips, sharp, localized pain in the neck, upper back, or lower back, especially after lifting heavy objects or engaging in other strenuous activity. Chronic ache in the middle or lower back, especially after sitting or standing for extended periods. Sometimes the effects are felt immediately. Sometimes problems develop over time. Back injuries can occur anywhere, anytime. How a back injury can affect you. Personally: inability to perform simple daily tasks at home, limitations on recreational activities, stress on interpersonal relationships, retirement. Professionally: co-workers' workloads increase. Physical limitations may lessen interactions with co-workers. Financially: possible career changes. Risk of injury. Please observe the following chart from left to right to see risk factors associated with compressed force on the lower back. Standing upright, 80 pounds of compressed force on the low back. Standing upright, lifting 20 pounds 10 inches away from low back, 170 pounds compressed force on low back. Standing upright, lifting 20 pounds 20 inches away from low back, 260 pounds compressive force on low back. Bent over, lifting 20 pounds 20 inches away from lower back, 635 pounds compressed force on low back. Bent over, lifting 1 pound 20 inches away from low back, 460 pounds compressive force on low back. Sitting, leaning forward and lifting 1 pound, 220 pounds compressive force on low back. Keys to proper lifting. Plan your lift. Ask for help. Widen your base of support. Bend your knees. Tighten your stomach muscles. Lift with your leg muscles. Keep your load close. Keep your back straight. Don't lift and twist. Move your feet instead of twisting your body. Keys to proper bending and stooping. Get down on one or both knees. Never stoop or bend from the waist. Wear pads to protect your knees. The cushioning is also good for your back. Stand up and stretch your back muscles occasionally. Keys to proper reaching. Do not reach for an object unless you're sure you're strong enough to lift it. Use a step ladder to reach objects above shoulder height. Avoid awkward stretches while reaching. These stress your back and could cause you to lose your balance. Don't depend on structures to support you. For example, shelf support, a storage rack, etc. These could easily give way if you pull or tug on them. When to report an injury. If you feel you have been injured at work, call your supervisor immediately and then the field intervention nurse at 916-801-9908. What can you do to prevent a back injury? Stay healthy, get plenty of rest nightly, practice good nutrition to maintain the best possible mental and physical condition you can. Exercise to strengthen and stretch back muscles. Avoid risk factors for back injury. Need additional resources? Following the steps outlined in this presentation should help you reduce the risk of sustaining a back injury. If you need additional support regarding this topic or have an inquiry about safe work practices, please contact the Risk Management Department at 916-686-7775 or email us at riskmanagement@egusd.net. Stay safe, everyone. Ergonomic resources. What is ergonomics? Workplace ergonomics is the science of designing the workplace, keeping in mind the capabilities and limitations of the worker. A workplace ergonomics improvement process removes risk factors that lead to musculoskeletal injuries and allows for improved human performance and productivity. What is a musculoskeletal disorder? Musculoskeletal disorders, MSDs, affect the muscles, nerves, blood vessels, ligaments, and tendons. Workers in many different industries and occupations can be exposed to risk factors at work, such as lifting heavy items, bending, reaching overhead, pushing and pulling heavy loads, working in awkward body postures, and performing the same or similar tasks repetitively. Exposure to known risk factors for MSDs increases a worker's risk of injury. Work-related MSDs can be prevented. Ergonomics, fitting a job to a person, helps lessen muscle fatigue, increases productivity, and reduces the number and severity of work-related MSDs. What are the risk factors for MSDs? Keying for long periods of time without breaks or rest. Using force when striking the keyboard or when gripping the pointing device, for example, a mouse or trackball. Working with awkward neck, shoulder, elbow, wrist, or back postures. Remaining in the same position for a long time with little or no movement, for example, sitting, standing, holding the mouse. Continuous pressure against, leaning on, the wrist rest, work surface edge, or the arm rest with the wrists, forearms or elbows, or against the front edge of the chair with the back of the legs. Performing the same activity over and over again. Repetitive motion disorders, i.e. carpal tunnel, tennis elbow. How can I prevent MSDs from happening? Avoid prolonged postures of any kind by varying your body position frequently throughout the day. When seated, make sure to sit in an ergonomically supported position. Avoid repetitive motions and activities as much as reasonably possible. Make sure to utilize EGUSD's ergonomic resources provided by Risk Management. What does proper ergonomic seating look like? Your feet are resting comfortably on the floor or on a footrest, and your knees are slightly lower than your hips. There is a 2 to 4 inch gap between the back of your knees and the front edge of your chair when your back is against the chair. The curve of the chair back fits into the deepest part of the curve in your lower back. The back of the chair is upright or tilted back for comfort and provides upper back support. Armrests are adjusted so that they are just slightly below your elbows when your shoulders are relaxed. Armrests do not interfere with access to keying, mousing, or writing surfaces. What does proper ergonomic typing look like? Your shoulders are relaxed and your elbows are close to your body. Your elbows are bent to a 90 degrees or slightly greater inner angle. The tops of the home row keys are at the same height as your elbows or slightly lower than your elbows. Your wrists are straight, not bent. What resources are available to me? The EGUSD Risk Management Department has created an ergonomic evaluation protocol to assist you in creating an ergonomic supported workstation. It consists of self-evaluation tools such as a guided checklist, self-evaluation software, and in some instances, an in-person evaluation with an ergonomic specialist. Contact Risk Management at 916-686-7775 or email inquiries to riskmanagement@egusd.net to access these resources. Indoor air quality. What is indoor air quality? Indoor air quality, IAQ, refers to the air quality within and around buildings and structures, especially as it relates to the health and comfort of the building occupants. Understanding and controlling common pollutants indoors can help reduce your risk of indoor health concerns. Health effects from indoor air pollutants may be experienced soon after exposure or possibly years later. Primary causes of indoor air quality issues. Indoor pollution sources that release gases or particles into the air are the primary cause of indoor air quality problems. Inadequate ventilation can increase indoor pollutant levels by not bringing in enough outdoor air to dilute emissions from indoor sources, and by not carrying indoor air pollutants out of the area. High temperatures and humidity levels can also increase concentrations of some pollutants. Primary causes for indoor air quality issues. There are many sources of indoor air pollution. These can include fuel-burning combustion appliances, tobacco products, building materials and furnishings as diverse as deteriorated asbestos-containing insulation, newly installed flooring, upholstery, or carpet, cabinetry or furniture made of certain pressed wood products, products for household cleaning and maintenance, personal care, or hobbies, central heating and cooling systems and humidification devices, excess moisture, which can lead to molds or mildew, outdoor sources such as radon, pesticide, outdoor air pollution. Indoor air quality and your health. Health effects from indoor air pollutants may be experienced soon after exposure or possibly years later. Some health effects may show up shortly after a single exposure or repeated exposures to a pollutant. These include irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat, headaches, dizziness, and fatigue. Such immediate effects are usually short-term and treatable. Sometimes the treatment is simply eliminating the person's exposure to the source of the pollution if it can be identified. Soon after exposure to some indoor air pollutants, symptoms of some diseases, such as asthma, may show up, be aggravated, or worsen. What should I do if I think there is an issue with my indoor air quality? If you think your work environment might be compromising your health for any reason, please call our EGUSD Field Intervention Nurse, Phil McCullough, at 916-801-9908. The Field Intervention Nurse will assist you in starting the Indoor Air Quality Protocol. Indoor Air Quality Protocol. The Field Intervention Nurse can help coordinate a response involving the risk management team, maintenance and operations staff, and your site's administration to help address any health issues you may be experiencing and inspect your work environment for possible contaminants. This is done methodically through a series of steps outlined in the IAQ protocol flowchart. The IAQ protocol flowchart. Step 1. Risk management will refer the employee to the field intervention nurse. Phone number 916-801-9908. Fin will triage employee and refer employee to personal or occupational physician. Step 2. Risk management will contact the maintenance and operations department and their staff will perform a visual inspection. If no contaminant source is found, it will continue to step 3. If contaminant source is found, affected area may be sealed off, building occupants may be relocated if necessary, affected materials will be remediated. These continue to steps 3 and 7. Step 3. Maintenance and operations HVAC staff will inspect, adjust, clean, and replace filters as appropriate. If no contaminant source is found, we'll continue to step 4. If contaminant source is found, the affected area may be sealed off, building occupants may be relocated if necessary, affected materials will be remediated. Step 4. Wait for any change in symptoms. If symptoms go away, the response is complete. If symptoms persist, continue to step 5. Step 5. Custodial services staff will deep clean the room. Step 6. Wait for any change in symptoms. If symptoms go away, the response is complete. If symptoms persist, continue to step 7. Step 7. Risk management will continue to collaborate with maintenance and operations as well as consult with an industrial hygienist, which may result in indoor air quality and/or bulk sampling to be conducted by the industrial hygienist. If no contaminant source is found, the response is complete. If contaminant source is found, steps 2 and 3 will be repeated. Questions about indoor air quality? Please refer all questions about indoor air quality or the indoor air quality protocols to Risk Management's loss control specialists. Vanessa Mason, 916-686-7797, extension 67013. Email vmason@egusd.net, or Robert Teresi, 916-686-7797, extension 67014. Email rteresii@egusd.net. Conclusion. This concludes our overview of EGUSD's Injury and Illness Prevention Program, Part 2. If you have any questions regarding the programs mentioned in this presentation, please contact the Risk Management Department at 916-686-7775 or email inquiries to riskmanagement@egusd. As a new hire to EGUSD, make sure you have also completed Part 1 of Injury and Illness Prevention and the Hazard Communication and Bloodborne Pathogens training modules as well.